Nessa girl, was you excited about Love and Hip Hop Miami debuting last night? To be quite honest with you, I was not. The holiday weekend, I lost track of what day was what. I was supposed to go to premiere party last night. I thought it was tonight. I missed it. Oh well. But let's just jump into this episode. It's episode 1 of Love and Hip Hop Miami. My hair is laid like, bitch, a 90s Miami bitch from the Poke and Bean Projects who got her hair done at 79th Street Flea Market. Yes, God. First order of business. I must pay homage and say thank you to Trina for actually showing up to work this season, okay? Because last season, Trina, you were a fucking waste of time, a waste of space, and you added absolutely nothing to the show. Now that we're in season 2 and you're actually working, I can say what I wanted to say last season, daughter. You served absolutely no fucking purpose, and I was infuriated by the fact that you gave absolutely nothing. I am glad and I understand Trina's reservations with this reality TV. Being in the game as long as she did, she was not about to sign up to be fussing and fighting with you bitches, and nobody wants their most vulnerable relationship business plastered all over the television. I completely get it. I am glad that Trina, along with the producers, have sat down and found an area of her life that she is comfortable exploiting, and we're able to actually get a real moment out of her. This was the first real anything we've gotten out of Trina since she's been affiliated with the franchise, and I'm not here to tear you down. I'm here to simply say thank you for actually earning your check. Now if we can just find something for Joy Ass to do, we'll be better off. After we see Trina talking to Rico Love about the TNT project not necessarily doing what it need to do or whatever, we move on to Young Hollywood and Gunplay meeting to eat some Spanish food and talk about his relationship with Keyara. Do I believe Young Hollywood and Gunplay actually kick it around the way in real life? No. But I understand that the show needs certain people, and in order to keep it going, we got to keep them interwoven. So if them hoes want to go eat rice and beans and a roast con pollo from a warehouse Spanish restaurant, I'm going to go ahead and let them do it, and I'm going to play along with it. It's just hard for me to believe that in real life, Gunplay is having relationship conversations with Young Hollywood. It would seem to me that he'd be more apt to have a conversation with Trick Daddy, but that's just me talking. Jessie Woo, they call her Jessie Woo, say what? Now is it me? Or Jessie Woo was a big part of this episode, and from the preview, she seemed to be central to this Amara La Negra with Fuck Your Man storyline, but she didn't come on in the credits. I mean, you had people all season did a hell of a lot less all season than Jessie Woo did in one episode, and why was she not in the credits? Okay, and I'ma ride for Jessie because I fucks with Jessie. And quick side note, Miami, please get your tickets because Jessie Woo, myself, and T.S. Madison will be doing the Queen's Court down in Miami on either the 14th or the 15th. I'm gonna put the flyer up in the information down in the thing because I forgot which day it's on because I'm so booked and busy. Okay, like this. And not like this, honey. Like this. Abundance in 2019. Nevertheless, Jessie Woo was down to the church singing, why should I feel discouraged? I don't know, girl, because quiet as it's kept, you shouldn't. We got another mama that they don't introduce to the show. Now, I don't even know what Jessie mama name. We just gonna call her Head Shun Queen. They got the Head Shun Queen down to the screen. And mama say, listen, I don't even get into all this Zozo comedy and what it is you doing. And yeah, if you want me to come and support or whatever, don't have your brunch on Sundays. You got to do it on a different day. But ma don't understand. She too busy spreading the word of King Jesus that brunch is on Sunday. So maybe she gonna have to come immediately after church and skip confessionals. Nevertheless, welcome Jessie Woo and her mammy. Come sit up under my titty. Yes, Erykah Badu said, cause the sun's in the east and the moon reflects like the knowledge and wisdom I manifest. If you wanna go to heaven, lay up on my breast. Yay. Y'all, I've been partying since Christmas. I ain't started back my classes with Kimberell and Miss Jan. They're going to teach me how to be a alto this year. So that was just me practicing. Don't judge me or read me in the comments. I start back class next week when Kim Burrell come from the Gay Pride Convention with Shirley Caesar and Donnie McClurkin. They somewhere over in Greece, Fool La Line, and carrying on, and it's not for the glory of the kingdom. Speaking of gays in Greece, we saw Prince, and he was talking about the flack that he caught for being friends with Bobby. Before I get into it, I want to say this. Prince, you were another one that I thought was an absolute fucking cornball last season. All this king of the nightlife, you run the club. I'm from Miami, born and raised. I ain't that goddamn old, ain't never heard of you. And the real motherfuckers that run the nightlife scene, yeah, you don't fit the profile. I'm glad that this season you're trying to clean all that up and you're going to segue out of nightlife that you never really were in the first place. But that we're actually getting some real stuff out of you. Like when Prince was in his confessional and he started crying about being in and out of jail and his dad not being in his life and him being having the opportunity to create a name or something for his family, I felt that. That was real and that was authentic. I want to say to the whole Love and Hip Hop production, I totally get that season 1, you know, maybe y'all had to fake a whole lot of shit to get this shit off the ground. But I will say either y'all have listened to my and other people's critiques or y'all know what it is y'all doing, because season 2 is definitely far more entertaining. And quite frankly, thus far, I like it a hell of a lot more than Hollywood, which I've never really liked, if you want to know the truth about the situation. I also want to send a special thanks out to Prince. I can tell you, being born and raised, I have a lot of childhood trauma and scars from being raised in Miami on that punk, sissy, faggot shit and being just, you know, not treated equally as such because I was gay. And even in my adult life, I still have friends that I went to high school with who, you know, don't want to like be too chummy with me in public because they're so scared that other people are going to think they're gay, because that's just the worst possible thing on earth you can ever think about somebody, right? As opposed to, you know, a whole lot of other shit. Nevertheless, you know, Prince, I love you and Bobby's relationship, and I love the fact that you are all right being friends with somebody who is openly and flamboyantly gay as Bobby, and you are able to stand up and who you are and be like, that's my friend. And what? For those of you guys out there who are trying to always decipher who is gay and who isn't, that's the true mark of somebody who is comfortable in their skin, that they can be friends with any damn body in the midst of y'all's constant and perpetual criticism. So shouts out to you for being a trailblazer and not succumbing to this dumbass bullshit that's just gotta stop. Of everybody associated with the Love and Hip Hop franchise Miami, Amara La Negra has benefited the most. I don't know if it's the skin tone, I don't know if it's the afro, I don't know if it's the talent, or I don't know if it's just her time. She's benefited from this whole thing the most, but Amara, you need to be careful, because it seems it's like just as quickly as those involved with this project were willing to build you up, they're setting you up to kind of tear you down with this whole you'll sleep with anybody man, or you'll take somebody man. And then with you being a female in the industry, you really don't need this rep of being so readily available to sleep with people and jump in their DMs. Please protect your image at all costs as you continue to grind and shine. But Amara La Negra, I got a little problem with you. And we're going to need to call a continuity check for those of y'all in television who know what it means, continuity. Things ain't flowing because you said you still drive the same car, you still live in the same house. But when your mama hand was fucked up, you pulled up to a mustard color apartment. But if my memory serves me correctly, last season you and your mama stayed in a relatively nice house in Hialeah. And that's why when you was talking about y'all was broke and this, that, and the third, and your mama worked down to the Piccadilly cafeteria, I couldn't understand what was going on, because your mama had a nice house with nice doors and a nice backyard and a nice awning. So was you lying then, or are you lying now? Considering the fact that you got a little more fame and a little more money and you living a little lesser now, bitches don't go backwards with their money. I would think to assume that you was lying there and you and your mama stay in the apartment. And that's fine or whatever. But you know, we just need y'all to either be consistent with the lies or tell the truth from the beginning. And that's all. And Amara, quiet as it's kept, you making enough money for y'all to move out that particular apartment. I mean, that one look like it's giving a 1500 T or whatever. Over there in Hialeah, it's probably on the bus route so your mama could get to work and stir up the beans and rice down to whichever Mexican bodega or Cuban or Spanish bodega she work at. I know it ain't all the same. But you know, you can move on up a little higher, La Negra. You could do 2,500. You could even do the 2,800 if you needed to. I mean, hell, it ain't like you spend a whole lot of money on your hair. You got a couple Party City $16 Afro wigs the same way I do. You shake them hoes out and keep it moving. What's T? Moving right along. Trick Daddy. We would have thought that by season 2, somebody would have flew you out somewhere to get some anger management classes. Trick, why is you so angry in the confessional giving a Florida Evans damn tease? Trick, you fucked around and made me mad and I ain't even do nothing. I was like, why is this man yelling at me and disrespecting me through the TV? Trick, we need you to calm down. We don't need your lupus to flare up. We need the comforters. We need you to be the best chef in the kitchen. And we need you to coach the kids the way you do it right in Miami. We don't need you to scroke out. In the words of Jackie O, slow down for your wreck out. We don't need you to scroke out being so angry in the green screen. When you on the green screen, it's just you. Ain't none of the casting and the producers. Who is you mad at? And another thing, Trick, this Miami, why you got on all them clothes, daughter? Trick had on a lumberjack shirt with a red Arab from the gas station. Trick, you just got, maybe that's why you was angry, because you was hot and you started smelling yourself, literally. Musky, smelling like comfort sauce. What you said, pussy y'all big and wet, looking good as shit, smelling like dead fish. For those of y'all who ain't familiar with Trick, that's from use a hoe but you can't help it. I figured use a hoe but you can't help it. Because being raised by a hoe is kind of hated. Remember? Y'all don't know about it. I was too young to be knowing about it anyway. That's how y'all fucked up my childhood. You and Trina talking about don't know that made me grown. Good thing I turned out to be grown and sophisticated and not a hoe getting muddied in the pack jam by the back door wearing the shorts up my ass with a tulle top. Yes. Nevertheless, Jojo Zaror. Jojo, your ass is the charade of the goddamn show. Your ass ain't got nothing going on except to pretend like you super loyal to 1,900 different people and run back and forth and spread business and tell what this one said and what this one doing. Jojo, that shit gonna backfire on you and you gonna find your ass on the chopping block if you don't find you something else to do other than spread people business. And Jojo, I'm sorry, and I don't know if it's because of your nationality that this sticks out. But your whole claim to fame, your whole brand is, I'm real. I'm a real friend. I'm the real girl. I'm real. Because I keeps it real. Like, you did that all season 1 and you're coming into season 2 about being so real. And my question is, who are you trying to convince, us or yourself? The fact that you have to keep reiterating that, coupled with your background, kind of says to me that you're not this down-ass hip-hop culture infused girl that you're trying to give us. Be the spoiled rich Mexican princess. I think that's more interesting than you being real, quiet as it's kept. That was a free one. The next one I'm gonna have to send you an invoice. Jojo did Sister Talk Live. Not Jojo. Well, Jojo was there. Jessie Woo did Sister Talk Live, which was great. I'm glad to see the girls that be doing the Instagram brunches, selling the tickets, actually taking it to the next level and it actually looking like it was about something. Now, we getting ready to see a little more action from Tip and some of the other Miami girls that keep it real for real. Because while Jojo was at the table, you know, and her mama had bust her out about dating pleasure plea, which I don't bit more believe for 20.3 seconds. You know, Tip kind of questioned her about, you're saying stuff now, but let me tell you about Amara. I'm also friends with Bobby, and Bobby's saying this about Prince and that it came from you, and you say you're so real, but you seem to be in the middle of all this stuff, mama, and just figure it out. I'm glad to see that Tip kind of put that little seed out there to let Jojo know, girl, we see you, like we see what's going on, and you need to get consistent in who you real with and when you gonna choose to be real. Also, shouts out to Tip Drill's mom, Jojo's mom. I love Jojo's mom. That bitch had to get up, get out, and get something. She couldn't waste all her time drinking wine and trying to cry. Because that daddy said he wasn't giving her ass no more money, so she had to get up and do what? Get a job. Hopefully she can sell the high-end real estate. If that's what she over there doing, quiet as it's kept, she probably selling high-end puss and ass in a real estate rented condo. But that's neither here nor there, not my business. And this show ain't about that woman, it's about her daughter. So I'm going to leave that lady alone and I'm going to move the fuck right on out. I want to say this real quick. Confessional look. Best confessional look goes to Keyara. Keyara, sis, you looked good, bitch. You looked good from your head to your shoulders, because that's all they give us in the confession. They gave us a little bit of titty. You look good, because God knows sometimes your body be looking flicted as fuck. But they didn't give us a body shot. They gave us from you, bitch. Your hair looked good on your face. Your makeup, everything about it looked good. When Kiara got introduced on this episode, she and Gunplay, it took the episode to the left, because about 5 seconds into us seeing her, she's crying because she's hurt because of Gunplay and the prospect of cheating. And she feels as if she's held him down for so long, and how could he do her this way? And they always say, you know, it's something when a man cries. And unlike the Stevie J's and a lot of these other unapologetic fools, you can tell that Gunplay really loves this girl and is really caught up in the rapture of love. I'm not making an excuse for it, and I'm not going to persuade Keyara to take him back simply because he cried. But I probably would be willing to bet that a lot of Gunplay's ways about how he moves in a relationship probably has much to do with his upbringing and lack of positive examples of how a man should treat a woman, so on and so forth. I'm not Iyanla nor Dr. Phil, but my inner gut just tells me that's what is going on. And I hope that in their time apart, they can find whatever balance it is they need to come back together and make this thing work. But Keyara did the right thing. Do not put your life on hold for no nigga, especially one who you ain't got no ring and no years with, because there may not be nothing left for you to get in return. You see, Mary J said 11 years she sacrificed, and you could leave me at the drop of a dime. What's that man loving his secretary? Don't be his fool. Mary J and Bernadine was a fool, so young girls like us don't have to be. You better take heed and listen, Miss Keyara. The take it to the house scene with Trick and Trina. Okay, here's the thing on it. Trina is saying that she's been sending Trick the music and he's been dragging his feet, and he's trying to do the album, this, that, and the third. And I don't know the reason why Trick is dragging his feet, but I will say this. Trick is very popular in the Miami streets. He gets a lot of love. He gets a lot of celebrity love. I think, though, that's a double-edged sword that a lot of Miami artists fall victim to. In Miami, we show a lot of love to our people. We have a certain style of music that only we get. So we get a lot of love and show a lot of love to our people. But I think a lot of Miami artists go wrong because they mistake Miami fame and popularity for national fame and popularity. This is not no shade or this is no slight to anybody, but Trick and Trina, y'all not getting played like that in other places. Trina had a few opportunities to do so when she teamed up with Ludacris, and a couple things that she did with Missy that took her sound national. Trick, they not playing your music in Idaho. They not riding down the streets of LA playing Take It to the House. That's a Miami thing. And I think you confuse the fact that you're so popular and well respected here that the rest of the world is in a position where they're ready to wait for you. We gonna always show you love at home because you home team and your music got us through our childhood. But the rest of the world, they need you to strike while the iron is hot. So I totally understand why Trina was in that locker room crying. Here's the thing, it has less to do with her feeling disrespected and less to do with Trick helping her complete that album and more to do with the fact that she needs it. She's like, listen, what I've got going on has gotten a little stale. Like, I need that you know, every couple of years, you got to do something new. You got to upgrade. You got to do something new. She's like, Trick, this is the boost that I need. And unfortunately for Trina, so much of who and what she is tied to Trick. Yes, she's got her own success and will continue to have it. But there's nothing like that Trick and Trina magic. And she wants it. She wants to get back to them glory days. Let me tell you something. Trina was one of the ones that was the biggest person against doing love in hip-hop. And you can go back and look up the old interviews in reality TV. But she on there now. Why? Because she need it. And ain't nothing wrong with needing it. Ain't nothing wrong with needing it. Shit, I need it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with needing it. She done saw what it done did for Remy and a lot of others, and she saw that, oh shit, this is the new way to sell albums. She needed. Now that she got the reality TV piece, she needs the album piece. And that's Trick. Yeah, don't fucking be Jocelyn Hernandez and all these other girls who been on Love and Hip Hop season after season in the studio talking about you make music and we have yet to get an album. Y'all came out with that song to the remake of Fool's Paradise by Melissa Morgan or whatever. That shit was riding. No follow-up. Trina's absolutely right. You gotta strike while the iron is hot. And Trick talking about she out here on this diva shit and it's beneath her, it's beneath him, and he ain't doing that. Listen, the album gonna have 12, 15 tracks. Trick, 3 or 4 of them are gonna be lean more towards Trina, 3 or 4 of them gonna lean more towards you, and then 3 or 4 of them is gonna be what y'all do in the middle. I'm not understanding. Stop tying. Trick got a bad habit of tying up people's lives and trying to leave them reliant on him. It's the same thing he did with Joy in that damn divorce, and it's the same thing he doing with Trina in this damn album. Don't be fooled. All that procrastination and shit is a cover for a lack of confidence. I'm telling you what I know, not what I damn heard. Because if Trick was confident and knew, bitches, it's $9 million to be made, all we gotta do is finish this album, he would have done it already. It's a lack of confidence. I'm telling you, that's the way men roll. When they're not comfortable or confident, they procrastinate. Again, I got to give most improved to Trina. The fact that she was even vulnerable enough for us to see her crying and carrying on. I respect the fact that she actually showed up to motherfucking work this time. Because Trina, I swear for God, every family and familial alliance that I did have and all the friends that we got in common, shouts out to Perry and Nessa and all them girls around Perry house. Them friendships, I was just finna have to risk them shits because I was gonna wear your ass the fuck out this season if your ass didn't show up to work, and I'm glad you did. Nessa girl, y'all hoes be sure to like and subscribe, and I give you a call a little later. Bye.